Hi everyone, I'm Curt Frye, and in this movie I would like to show you how to use the image function, which is a fairly recent addition to the Excel formula set. The image function lets you include, using a formula, an image directly within a cell. Adding an image to a cell directly rather than having it floating on top is also new. So I'll start by showing you how to work with images and put them directly in a cell, then show you how to use it using the image function. The sample file I'm using, image function, and also the icon that I will show later can be downloaded using the links from the video description below. So I'll start in cell E8 by inserting an image directly into the cell. So I'll go to the Insert tab of the ribbon, and then in the Illustrations group, I'll click Pictures, hover over Place in Cell, and then, because I know where the file is, I'll click this device. Goes to Pictures. I actually want to go to Documents, and you get to see the inner workings of my file system there for a second. So I have the mountain PNG file, so I'll double click that, and it's added to cell E8. And it is actually in cell E8. So if I were to press Control X to cut the contents of cell E8, and then click E9 and press Control V, then the mountain image would be cut from cell E8 and pasted into cell E9. I'll press Control Z to undo, and then Escape to get out of cut copy mode. If I want to make the image larger, then I can click cell E8, then go over to the row header and change the row height. And just as one other example, I'll go to Home, and in the alignment group, click the center button, and the image has been centered in the cell. You can also use the image function. So I will click in cell G8, type equal, and then image, followed by a left parentheses, and I have a warning saying that linked data types have been disabled on this computer. So I will stop editing the formula by pressing Escape, and then I'll go up to the warning bar and click Enable Content, and now I can use the image function. Depending on your company or institutional environment, you might not be able to use linked data types. So if you can't, then be sure to watch along for the rest of the movie to learn the skills, but you might not be able to use them on the computer that you're currently using. So we're still in G8. I'll type equal, image, which we can now use, then a left parentheses, and then we need to give the source. And I'll type in a source directly as text. So I'll enclose it in double quotes, and then HTTP, and I want to demonstrate what happens when I do this, 2 forward slashes, www.curtisfrye.com, then a forward slash, and then chess.png. Then I won't worry with alt text or any other settings at the moment. So right parentheses and enter, and I get a blocked message. And the reason is that if we take a look by double-clicking at the URL that I used, it is HTTP and not HTTPS. And you do need to have an S there for a secure connection. So now I'll press enter, busy, and there is the image. And I could center it, change the height of the row to change the height of the image, and so on. You can also use the formula to select images and have them appear. So I'll start by creating a data validation list that we can select from. So I'll go over to cell C4. Then on the Data tab, I'll go to the Data Tools group and click the Data Validation button. Then on the Settings tab, under Allow, I'll click List. And then the source of the list will be the values in A4 through A6. So I'll click the Collapse Dialog button here, select cells A4 to A6, expand the dialog, everything looks good, and click OK. So there is the selection, and I'll click chess. Actually, I'll do a different one. I'll do poker as the selection there. And now I can edit the image function. So I will double click there, And then instead of having chess.png, I can have either chess, go, or poker. So I will delete chess.png. And then outside the double quotes, I will type an ampersand, and then the value in C4, then another ampersand to concatenate more text, and then in double quotes, .png. And all that looks good, and we'll get an error, and then I'll explain what happened. So I'll do enter. Found a typo. Oh yes, I need to have a second set of double quotes after the .png. So I'll accept the correction. It says it's busy, and it can't connect to it. So let's take a look and figure out why that is. So if you remember, the URL that I typed before had chess in lowercase. And I can tell you it's the same for Go and also for poker. So that means that because the value in C4 has a capital P, it will not work because URLs are case sensitive. So I need to make sure that the text of the URL is all in lowercase. So I'll double click G8 and then wrap the cell of C4 inside a lower function. So there I have C4 and the two parentheses, then press enter, and there is the image. And if I go back and click C4 and click chess, I get the chess image. And if I click go, wait for the picture, and there is the image. And that is how you use images, using both inserting them directly into the cell and also through the image function, which allows you to select values based on cell values. And there are plenty of other uses as well. I want to give a shout out, and I will minimize my Excel workbook, to the Noun Project. The nounproject.com has over 70 million icons and also photos and other elements that you can use, as they say, for everything. It is a subscription service. However, I have found that it's very much worth it. And if you do a lot of work with icons and also images in your Excel workbooks or in any other program, I believe it will be very useful. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like it and subscribe to my channel.